Well, good afternoon, everyone. 3:30 here on the 11th of May, and the American market running down fast over the first hour. As you can see, pretty much everything down, including the Dow itself. The Dow is down 500 points, and the Dow and the Nasdaq both off 1.5%. All the indices saying the same thing today, as far as I can see. As you can see, the pointer is in red, obviously, and VectorVest doesn't advocate buying stocks at this time. And if we do finish the day like this, then the longest term measure of the trend on VectorVest USA will have turned to down, and it's got to do one hell of a lot of work between now and 9 o'clock tonight to in fact heal that situation. The buy-sell ratio right down at 0.76, and that slipped a lot today. So let's just have a look, if I just want to look now at the intraday situation, and that level was defended earlier. This is a 4-hour chart of the overnight market, and it dropped at the open. It dropped this morning down to this level, and as you can see, the tail on that candle at the American Open, it went right up there, and there was buying at the old low, and it looks to me as if that low has gone now. So clearly very, very important levels here on the market, down around here, 4120 odd, and if it falls below that, then there's one hell of a lot of fresh air on this chart. Okay, right down here, next support that turns in resistance that turns into support, hopefully, would be down around 4,000. So a very, very strong selling this afternoon. These levels around 4120 absolutely critical. In the US, well, I had a new position on AMAT. I was stopped out of that yesterday afternoon, and that's gone. So that position I was stopped out of yesterday afternoon. I bought into it at 132. I was stopped out at Friday's low, I think, or Thursday's low. So that's gone. I'm still holding Hortons, and it's come off a little bit. I'm still holding Nucor and the GDX. Now let's have a look at the gold market. The gold market came off with, and why it's done that I don't know. The gold market came off with the S&P, or the American stock market, in the pre-market, but it's still sitting up at a very respectable 1831. I thought that tail of the candle was going to go back and test that high at about 1800, so it's holding up very well indeed. So is the GDX, and so is our gold shares. Folks, people always wonder at VectorVest UK why I in fact look at the American market, and if you look at the UK market, the last time I had a gander at Bloomberg, it was significantly down on the day. So the American market tends to lead. Our market's relatively cheap, and I think if there is a danger to the UK market, it's going to come from across the pond, and that's why I spend so much time looking at it. I think that I'll probably close these positions out today. They've done very well for me. Hortons and Nucor. Nucor has been particularly good, and that's just a classic spring pattern, and that one has worked very nicely indeed, and my stop loss is underneath this low, and but I'd be tempted to just bank that today if in fact we do get a confirmed down, and I think that is pretty much fait accompli now. In the UK, I've done nothing. We've come off today, so I can imagine many of the stocks that I'm holding have taken a reasonable hiding. Platinum has done very, very well for us, but I haven't done anything at all. BlackRock Gold Mining, I got an email earlier that it did come off today, people wondering whether they should take profits or not. I haven't done anything in the UK apart from buying into a little bit of Pan-African Resources last Friday. I think we need to watch our stop losses very carefully, folks, in this environment until we see how this plays out. Very carefully indeed. The seasonality is not good, and the strength of the selling over the last couple of days has surprised me. I felt reasonably sure that this index was going to get up to somewhere between 42.50 and 42.77. That didn't happen, and the strength of this selling, as you can see, no respite at all. So very important level now. Let's see what happens. If that level goes, then prepare yourself for an awful lot more red over the next few days. I hope this helps. This is the time to be strong, folks, not to hesitate on stop losses, to lock in the profits. If any of your stocks get close or hit your stop loss, let's lock in the profits that we've made over the last year. Thanks very much. Bye.